They don't appear to be magical.
No, they're not magic?
Yeah. Just normal playing cards. Yeah, that somehow makes it worse. And that's what
I
they look
flipped through
like.
them. Does it make like...
No, they're all the same.
I played 52 pickup with them, and...
Okay. Yeah, it just disrupted your shot.
Interesting.
Anything else you want to brief them on, Pete?
I'm sure there's stuff I've forgotten to mention.
Cool.
I don't know if you were aware when the embassy got attacked. They chain gun all over the place, so the stables got pretty badly hit, and the UFO got cut in half. That was in the stables.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. So I suppose one of the things is, what do we want to do with the oscillation overthruster now that we actually have it?
So why do we want to travel to the fifth dimension, though?
I don't know.
What's in the fifth dimension?
Well, I was wondering whether or not we could even hook it up to something to see if we could do something with it.
Let's go look at it and see what we can figure out about it.
Mm-hmm. The only other thing I thought was potentially it just allows you to move a vehicle through multiple dimensions without the shadow walking ability. All right.
So, okay. Well, when we get there, I want to. So when I look at the overthruster, does it look like remember?
Well, hold on a second. We have to get you there first.
Oh, okay.
Right now, you're still in the village. How would you like to go somewhere else?
How do we get I have trump cards.
That makes it a lot easier, actually. Well, no, actually, all of your trump cards and stuff are not with you. You don't flip into your own gear. You just are still
the bodies.
and all that. You just left their body.
We have no gear. It's a bit annoying.
Yes.
Previous, because there's no longer the mountains and the golf course is here. Excuse me.
It's a nice course.
Aeolus and I have taken the helicopter and flown it over the golf course and continued on, and we basically just shifted. We left this and we were just able to. We didn't even have to shadow walk. It was like there was a barrier, and we just left this place. So whether or not we just walk that direction, if that's going to happen, because we've never actually seen how far we can go in the village.
I think he did shift. I think he did shift. Well, no. So I think you're getting two different things mixed together here. Well, you can try it and see what happens.
Yeah, we will walk.
I think he was shifting you before. If you walk, actually, there's golf carts faster.
We'll drive a golf cart. Well, I didn't think we were shifting because I think that was part of the thing is we didn't believe we had the distance to shift.
Oh no, there's plenty of distance because all that happens when you're driving in the golf cart is you come to another golf course and another golf course and another golf course. And Chris, they are all just like a little bit different, uniquely challenging. You're thinking, if you ever want to retire, you could do worse.
Okay. It's interesting though that this became that one zone that we found almost. Because I went exploring Shadow and I came across this zone, like that zone that was all golf courses. Remember
Yes.
that?
Yes.
And now the village is that almost.
Exactly. And you're pretty sure there's a good reason for it. Well, maybe you're sure. Maybe you're unsure. I don't know what you think.
Well, it's your pattern, so.
Yeah. That could have something to do with it.
Like it recognized that as like, this is like,
Recognize.
Duan. Ole Levato.
So what do you do during your game? Flash gang signs at each other.
La raza.
All right. we still have the issue then, because I thought that was the whole thing about it, was that because we flew, we were actually able to get where we wanted to go.
I'm pretty sure Freddy shadow walked your ass there.
Because at the time when we did it, Freddy didn't have the shadow walk to a specific place ability.
I think you made like a crit or something, trying real hard.
Anyway, yeah, so we've got the issue that Burlington is underwater, so we can't exactly go there. Unless we shadow walk to somewhere specific, yeah.
Wow. Well, I don't have that either, so
yeah.
Awkward.
So I guess we'll just travel through Shadow to that thing and wow.
The which thing? You guys are gonna have a rough go of it either way. Or you just retire here and play golf forever. I'm sure that the R2 would be totally good with that.
Oh.
What?
I don't know how to play golf. It's boring.
You will after your first century of doing it.
So I suppose if we want to shadow walk somewhere, we want to go to a world where it's not going to be too bad if we end up on a different continent.
If anybody actually knows how to fly a chopper, I mean, depending on where you end up on a different world, it will depend on like how much range you've got on the chopper. I mean, assuming the chopper is there again, then you've got a couple 100-mile range on it. So if you end up on the same continent, then that would be a big bonus for you. You're also thinking that perhaps someday in the future, hiding trump cards at all these different locations you keep getting stuck at, some season or other might be a handy thing to do. Just saying that nobody's come up with that in like a couple seasons now.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
Well, that doesn't kill
the fact that the trumps stop working, so.
Only if you fail luck roll or something bad happens at the place they're going to.
Yeah.
But I mean, your quarters are specifically have a "don't fucking touch this" or the ambassador will lose his fucking mind. So.
And once the golden wattle is finished, we've got a trump room there, which will hopefully make it easy for that place as well.
Yes.
All right. So. And going to Sherma is no good because there's no Clems there.
I thought there was a gate from Shermer somewhere. What happened to that?
I'm not aware of any gate from Sherma unless you've found one.
Like it was in the middle of the park, right in the middle of the town. I thought, or around.
No,
there.
the Trump. There's Trump cards that go to there.
Oh.
But
lots of Trump cards go there now. That statue in the park is super important to the PCs. If it gets blown up, it'll blast like 10 different Trump cards.
So yes.
Now it looks like you're stuck here playing golf for eternity, Yana. Oh, how do you like them apples?
Kill somebody soon.
That's fair.
I mean, there used to be gates here in the village, but they've disappeared. The gates that were here.
Yes. For some reason, yes.
We could shadow walk to the Land of the Lost because that's not a huge continent, and there's the pylons that we worked out how to open up that you, Mildred, seem to have a knack for using, that we could cause gates to open. I mean, that one took it through to Gothic, to Red Carpet / Gotham, the one we opened at that time. But
we can try.
We can try other combinations and see if we get to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure Yana playing randomly with the pylon will get you right to where you're going. I like it. She looks confident too.
Unless you guys have got any other suggestions. And the problem is, shadow walking anywhere else, we end up on a world with who knows where on it. And then the fun and joys of
then traveling all that way.
That's right.
With no money on us. Yay.
That's right. Exactly.
Yay.
We will do it to do Land of the Lost.
Der Krieg ist vorbei.
I mean, we can go and look, because what are we going to do otherwise?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you can squeeze in there around a golf, I suppose.
So should we shadow walk to Land of the Lost?
Sounds good.
Bumble.
Sorry. What I meant to say is, as you guys are shifting through space and time.
Correct.
What?
One.
Right. You're at the pylon you were heading to. If you'd only rolled that when going anywhere else, you'd be there. But now, since you're going to Land of the Lost, pylon here, boom. Exact place you wanted to go.
What's the next power up from shadow travel anyway?
God damn it. Hold on, let me look. This is basic shadow walk you're using.
Yeah.
It's always good to check because sometimes I add new shit. I posted that on the board, but due to your workaholic schedule, you haven't had a chance to read all the boards yet. Now, from shadow walk through to known location, you have the following mini choices: Hell Ride, Royal Road, basic shadow walking a second time during the same day, or Sense Pattern, formerly known as Detect Power Pattern.
I'll do Royal Road. I don't have that.
All right, I'll copy paste it. It's essentially it's a kinder and gentler shadow walking, but it requires a hell of a lot more runway. And there's more shit off of all this stuff. So, yeah. Right. You guys are right in front of the pylon. Let me call up the information for Land of the Lost. Open old zones. I've had to divide up my notes into numerous different parts because the computer starts bogging down if I try to open it all. Also known as Logan Dino World. Everybody's already been here before, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Interesting places. Let's see, is this the...
In the jungle. The mighty jungle.
Let's see. Okay. It looks like there's 12 of each different color crystal, red, blue, yellow, and green, carefully laid out in some sort of random pattern. Now, before when you'd played with these, Mrs., I don't remember what I was doing. Do you know where you'd gone to?
No.
I believe
Cool.
Mildred actually gained a skill.
I
Oh, well, that would be a big help there. If she can pull off the skill, then she can open a gate right to
Because
where
she
we're
kept-
trying to go.
Because she kept making her roll, you actually gave her a skill for it, I vaguely recall.
That would be a huge fucking help right there.
am looking through my things.
I think you gained a skill for it anyway. I might be misremembering.
Well, I operate pylon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
that'd
we
be
go. Told you.
Pete, take a card for remembering her sheet better than she does.
And
What's that?
I'm not good at it though.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine. You got hero points.
Mhm.
She does not appear convinced.
I used it just once. So
Perfect.
oh,
Yeah.
you're better at it than we are.
I think your lab is higher than my lab.
She's got you there. Well, Mildred, would you like to try your operate pylon? It shows like, what?
Why not?
Oh, I thought you were saying no. It shows her pushing different crystals and stuff, and it shows the scene outside ripples, and you see, looks like several tanks are currently having a battle against each other. Strange creatures move around between them, getting blown up by the tanks. Rockets fall from the sky, blowing up one of the nearby tanks.
We are at war.
All right, so the combination that took us to Gotham was red, yellow, green, blue, blue, blue.
Okay.
In pylon 4.
Giving Pete another card for his fucking notes.
And the combinations in pylon 3 to cause time to advance was red, blue, green, yellow, green. And
So,
was,
yeah, I believe they've taken you to pylon 4. Do you want to try?
Right.
What was the correct?
Red, yellow, green, blue, blue, blue. That was the combination that you determined to open up, and that caused this pylon to open up into somebody's living room in Gotham.
Okay.
Do you want to try that, Yana, to see what happens? No problem. And right, and you see, it looks like a whole bunch of different rocks and stuff are floating around, and there's like a barren planet thing, and you see like this figure, a huge figure sitting on some sort of floating throne, just sitting there waiting.
But you told him to fix Gotham. Doc, didn't you tell him on the phone to fix Gotham?
Yeah.
You guys look. It looks like kind of a rocky figure of some sort of large, impressive jaw and whatnot.
Who's this guy?
No idea.
Hi.
Everybody give me a roll and learn. Anybody can succeed in their learn roll. They pick
Rumble.
up. Oh, it's you in your future self. This is what happens when you blow up all the golf courses. You just sit on this fucking floating throne and brood.
Well, I guess I would. I mean, if all the
Mhm.
golf courses are gone.
Exactly. It'd be like Trump without having other races to disparage.
So some guy sitting on a throne,
That's right. Floating throne.
a floating throne.
A floating throne. Let's see if I find a picture.
So we don't know any other combinations.
No, that was the combination we first you figured out and got us to. So we assumed that there would be other combinations that could get us to other zones, potentially to new zones, potentially to existing zones.
You can just try randomly.
Well, that's the thing. I thought, well, we either sit forever in the village, or we come here and then start working.
Try random shit. I like it.
Well,
I'm good with this.
Hopefully, we'll eventually, if it takes us a couple of days, we just live off the giant tomatoes and carrots and pigs.
There is a lot of giant food here for some reason. There you go.
So this is Gotham now.
Yes, this is what was Red Carpet that became Gotham.
Here's a distant picture of the guy who's floating around his throne.
Do we want to like
giant dude on a toilet?
Could be. There you go.
Why is Thanos here?
Thanos.
He's surely friendly. Let's go talk to him.
All right, let's go talk to this fuckbag.
The only problem is, as Pete remembers, is...
Well, from what I'm assuming that it's just vacuum outside.
That's part of the issue you're thinking, yes. And the other part is?
I'm not too sure what you're getting at, but if it's vacuum outside, we can't breathe vacuum for a start. So that's a big thing stopping us from attempting to step out.
Okay.
So what?
The other issue is the other issue is once we step out, we can't come back in.
There you go.
Oh, so we step out and die. Oh.
Yeah. So if it points to somewhere useful, if we point to somewhere useful, it's a one-way gate.
If you guys mass suicide, though, I will put you in the embassy.
I mean, there are the other gates in Land of the Lost that.
I mean, aside from all the stat and skill decreasing and shit, it's a great way to get back to the embassy.
I want to go home really bad.
No, thank you.
I mean,
so
there's the suicide booth before, so this is not going to be really special for her.
Yeah, just normal.
So there's the gate near the gate that we originally came through that takes us through to the tunnel that leads to Wild Wild West Women, the frozen Alaska.
There's somebody else that could be approaching the figure on the throne.
But that could be full of water. There's the gate that is the really annoying climb that goes through to MMO land.
Can we hear from here?
Yes. Are you going to sit on that throne all day? Yes, it is not my time yet. God damn it. When is it your fucking time? Go away or I'll snap my finger. You don't even have the infinity stones. Shut up. I'm going to float on my throne. Ah! You know, you could just go kill them. No, I'm going to float on my throne for a while, etc. Do you want to push something else to get rid of this annoying scene?
Yep.
Peach just goes beep and goes wow, wow. Back to the jungle.
All right.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting hidden shit in this world, aside from the dinosaurs that you might be running from and or dodging soon.
Is there no directory here?
Sadly, no.
No, and I don't think the library, from memory, they wouldn't tell us how to use it.
There's only one person that was ever liked by the library.
Yes, and she then walked the pattern with it, and it changed.
Let's see your Pylon 4. I'm looking it up because you guys might decide to go running around the zone now, or you could continue playing with this thing. You're in the jungle. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
We're in the jungle. If we can go to the cave, if we go that direction, we can go to the Forbidden Jungle and the waterfall. If we go that direction, we go to Stone Bridge. If we go that direction, we can go to the tar pit. If we go that other direction, tar pit, we never actually, well, with the groups I was with, we never fully explored. So I don't know if there's anything else off the tar pit. Did anybody ever come back here and check out the base after to see if they'd been wiped out? What happened to that?
No, I don't think I've never been back here since.
Okay, we could always do that.
There's like all these agent cars there, I'm sure, just like piled up.
Probably.
When suddenly, Doc Fulton had an amazing idea.
So wait.
Or gas.
Depending on, because they had flying stuff over there, so depending on if the agents, how badly destroyed the place is, we might find a vehicle there, a flying vehicle there that we could use.
Let's go check it out. Might as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Currently, you're in the jungle.
We go to the, and I can't read the writing on my map because it's too small.
Good.
Let me.
I can run you around at random.
Nope. Go away. I just need to open it up.
Don't ruin Logan's fun.
Not the MMO. Land of the Lost map. Is the one I'm looking for. Yes, Scrapple, go away.
Yeah, I was fascinated by the notes.
We go to, from the jungle, we go to the high bluff.
Yes, you will reach the high bluff. It appears to be a good spot for having a base and stuff at.
Yeah, there's the cave that we lived in for a while.
Yep.
And then over there's the waterfall, the water hole, which has got some dinosaurs in it, but that's also where we get the veggies from, and the purple or pink or whatever color pigs they are.
Yep.
And then from there, further in the distance is the high-tech base.
Yep. He navigates you right to it. Take a card, Pete, for good notes. You guys get over there and you find all kinds of just ruined agent cars and stuff that the jungle has long since reclaimed. The base itself is nothing more than rubble at this point. And I'm not talking Barney either.
I want to poke around and see if there's any use, like any that we can use.
Yeah, because the agents that were chasing us were in a flying vehicle because we flew here in a flying vehicle from Cyberpunk, and the agents that chased us here were in a flying vehicle.
So,
well,
that doesn't appear to be around, but Chris, give me a luck roll at a quarter.
No.
there is nothing of use or value left here other than like scrap metal and shit, which, you know, you are in the jungle, so you're thinking there's some twine here. I can eventually make myself a leaf hat and use some of this twisted metal, make a spear, and then, oh, wait a minute. Give me Pete, give me a memory roll at half as you go.
Man.
Due to your excessively good notes, I'm giving you this memory roll at half.
Minus 60.
Oh, there's some sort of other gate that goes to. Isn't there a gate somewhere around that goes to somewhere more useful?
There's a gate to MMO land. There's a
Yeah,
gate.
that's the one.
Yeah, I've already mentioned it. You weren't listening.
No.
There was a gate to MMO land,
Hmm.
which puts us like weeks out from anywhere,
Yep.
because that was the one we flew through when we left this place, and then hiked through the jungle from there. But then you've got the whole thing to contend with of what's going on in MMO land if we go through that gate.
You'd love nothing better to make Mildred hike through the fucking jungle for weeks.
No.
There's the gate that goes through to the crevice in the caves that go from Burlington to the Women of the Wild West.
Hmm.
Also, but that potentially is underwater because I think somebody popped open the manhole cover thingamabob.
Oh, yeah, the PCs have fucked themselves really good many, many times. Sometimes inexplicably so.
There's the gate that if you drop through, we appear high in the air and plummet to our death.
That's always a fun one.
If you don't feel like getting eaten by a dinosaur.
It is a way to keep from getting eaten.
I mean, there's stuff here that we never properly checked out. If we really want to go and poke things, like the to see if it does anything like the black pylon.
True.
At near the Builder's Temple, we can go see if the red guy will talk to us. There's the one which has got the sundial inside it.
Mm-hmm. But what will you do? There's a lot of possibilities here because welcome to multiverse and not leaving yourself any lifelines. So have fun. You've each got a pistol, though. That's good news. You can use it to.
Mine broke.
That you were edible. What?
Mine broke.
Well, two of you've got pistols that haven't broke yet, and you've got Pete's extra ammo and possibly his dead corpse. It's wide open. I'm thinking eventually the PCs will make a determined effort to leave themselves hope in different zones, but that time may not be for another 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Considering they can literally churn out, if they're good at it, like some people are, 10 trump cards a session.
All right. Did we want to go back to, since there doesn't appear to be anything of use here at the high-tech base?
Oh, yeah, it's fucked.
Did we want to go back to Pylon 4 and try gem combinations?
Yeah, let's just try.
Sure.
Cool. Just to make it easy, everybody can try the new pylon control thing, and basically everybody make a roll and learn, except Yano has a slightly better chance. And if anybody can pull it off, then you can open a base. I'm guessing you're trying to get back to where you hope your gear is, which is the embassy.
There we go.
Fuck you, Fulton. And right, Fulton goes. He just goes over and mashes it twice. And goes, and it opens.
All right. We note down the color combination so that we know what to use to get from here to activate the pylon to get back to the embassy next time.
Excellent. Make a note that Logan said, yeah, mash it twice the way Fulton did, and it fucking works because he is a lucky bitch.
All right, I'll just say, Matt. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys head back, and once again, you are at the embassy. Hooray!
Home sweet something.
And Fulton picked up a new skill. Hooray!
Yay for more skills.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you need. Now you can begin skill whoring this one. Yay! Yay! So you're at the embassy. You guys go and find your gear and reclaim it. You now have whatever your standard adventuring loadout is.
All right. So, did you want to go elsewhere to check it out, or do it here? Considering that this place, Freddy found bugs and stuff.
Oh, this place is bugged. Why don't we take a day and like look for bugs?
Yeah, we can do that. I mean,
Bug
part of the thing
detection
was we were
equipment.
trying to work out how the hell the bugs were working.
I'm sorry, what's that, Logan?
Bug detection equipment would be a big help because you might not find it visually. That's why they make bug detection equipment.
Right, so we'd be making a small like RF scanner then, right?
In the Old West.
So now that we have our trump cards, we travel to Sherma or Vorus. And
Well,
Sherma.
don't forget, you could take them to show them the new place also.
Yes, I suppose, yes. Did you want to go see the new sci-fi place and the spaceship that some of them have bought? The Raven. So you get some tarot cards and get a debt of 2,000 credits to get a cred stick ID.
So where's this at?
It's on some asteroid. Trumps don't work there, but there is a Clems there.
Do you want to? I'll go check it out if you want to go.
It's just if you guys want to go, just say that you've been there, so you know where the Clems is, you know where the spaceship is.
Okay, well, let's just hop over there right quick.
All right. We just need to go to somewhere where there is a Clems to do so.
Yeah. Well, you know that to walk them around town, you're going to need to get them cred sticks.
Yeah, that's what I said, cred sticks. And it's 2,000. You get a 2,000 cred debt on your stick for getting ID'd, etc.
Mm-hmm. And tell them the best part.
Yeah, they do. DNA, fingerprint, iris, blah, blah, blah.
No, the best part.
What about the cred stick?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's your cred stick. As I said, you get 2,000 cred debt on it.
Give me a memory roll and I'll let you know what it is.
Yeah, I've got no idea what you're on about.
Uh-huh. That happens a lot. I get that a lot, actually.
Yeah, by minus 30.
If you don't pay it off by the end of the season.
Oh, yeah. If you don't pay off by the end of the season, bounty hunters get sent after you and you get charged for it.
For the bounty hunters?
Yeah. It's a high corporate type setup. Everything gets charged.
So what happens if we kill the bounty hunters then?
And then more expensive bounty hunters get sent.
Oh, I mean, they could keep sending loot at it. It depends on how good you are at moving guns, I guess. So you keep killing the bounty hunters, and then you just keep giving weapons to Wrestling Rad, and he keeps selling them. Eventually,
that's one way to do it. Are you going to take anything with you, or just head there?
Well, I'm going to take my cred stick and some clothing. And
Yeah.
my bag.
Take my regular gear.
Yeah. I'll just
now. How big is the overthruster anyway?
Quite small.
Logan's
that
frozen
big, was
on
it?
my screen for some reason.
Was it like a baseball size or thereabouts, Logan, or a bit bigger?
Yep. I think Chris's internet's trying to kill him.
Yeah.
No, everybody else is moving, just not you.
Am I still not moving?
Yeah. Is everybody
Can
like,
everybody
everybody else
okay.
sees them though, right?
Yeah, it's the image is broken up a bit, so
Okay.
quality is not good.
I'm not doing anything special on my computer right now. Right. Cut two. I didn't know if you were bringing anything with you. So
Yeah, no,
I just got on my regular gear.
I was
I
just
meant,
checking
I meant
something
because
before.
he knows what he should bring with him, but he's forgot because it's dark 100 there. So his brain is going.
Just give me a moment. I'm trying
Certainly.
to find the conversion rates
Ah,
that were posted. Was it in there?
oh, did they post that?
Sorry?
Did they post that? Cool.
Yeah, Freddie did. But trying to find where he posted it because, of course, it's not under a Fred. Was it for Guri? Video stashed in Sherma. Sightings of the Joker. Do not claim zones if you end up on the rock. There it is.
You're finally starting to move.
It works.
All right, so 1 gram of gold is worth 10 credits.
Well, it was last time they were there.
Yeah, when they were there,
And
they dumped a couple of hundred kilo of gold there to get several million credits to buy the spaceship. 1 liter of water is worth 10 credits because it's an asteroid, so water's got to be taken there. So last time we went there, we took a bit of water just because it was cheap to get and just to knock off a couple hundred creds off the stick.
Yeah, there's even more valuable stuff you could easily take with you if you can figure out what it is.
Yes, I'm sure there is. It's a matter of having the time to look into it.
Cool.
That is something I was curious about. I'm assuming there's other things which may be worth quite a bit of money that we could use to exchange to build up our cred.
So many things.
And you need licenses for everything, and it's a bit of a catch-22 in that to do trading you need 2,000 credits. We start off with negative 2,000 credits on our cards, and the most you can put it into debt is 3,000 credits. So you have to do something else to get a trading license before you can trade.
Catch 22 in an evil corp run place? How odd.
Yes, exactly. And then I was going to check my notes, my equipment.
And it's on an asteroid?
Yeah, there's a huge 80-page document of information about it. If you ever feel like something to read. Russ has linked it in a post.
So you just want to bring a bag of water or something?
I was just trying to... Yeah, we can just take water, just knock off a few hundred creds.
Does anybody have a trader's license?
No, I was just going to put it onto the ship. Actually, I'm not going to even worry about it. They can deal with it. They can do it themselves.
So you guys just go.
Yeah, we're just going to...
Is there anything that they need there that you know that they need that we can trade, like once we get a trader thing?
I have not had the time. I've not been there long enough nor had the time to look into that sort of thing. I've only been both times. First time I was there for all of 20 minutes. The second time I was there, we were talking to the blue guys and talking to the Kingsmen and then riding out a storm before leaving because of other stuff happening.
Okay.
So, yes, I haven't had time to do the research into commodities to see what might be worth trading. So I'm not too sure exactly how you do work without getting a license, unless somebody sponsors you or something. there's things like investigator's license. Oh, there's a woman that is known as White. She's not.
What?
She's nobody we recognize. Her eyes are not white. She's just got white and blacks. She's just wears white and has black as well. That runs a place. Apparently, don't mention investigators if you go and talk to her. I think she's a fixer, so potentially she might be a way of getting work. But apparently, Glenn mentioned investigators, and then because Freddie was with Glenn when Freddie took Alex and I in there, she didn't want to talk to us either because Freddie was with us. So I don't know if I go in there with you guys, if she won't want to talk to you guys because I'm with you, or I'm far enough separated that it was the whole Freddie thing. So
do you want to try bringing anything just to see, or no?
When we don't know what they need.
No,
Right.
I mean,
what would be hard to get on the asteroid?
Yeah, I mean, the things like we could bring a couple of blocks of chocolate, for example, or cigarettes, or things like that, or fresh vegetables. Well, fresh vegetables that potentially have hydroponics and stuff going on there, but luxury goods like things like chocolate and stuff potentially. I don't know if they got food processors there. As I said. Well, we could take spices.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
The spices pushed him over the fucking edge. Pete, you monster.
Hey, it was his idea.
It totally was. That's the funny thing about it. All that shit was because of him.
Exactly.
Love it.
Excuse me.
If I was rich enough, I'd make him wear a fucking Spice Trader t-shirt and shit while he's playing. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Privacy Club.
Yes, unfortunately, it would make sense. When you find out what it is, you'll be like, oh, of course, they're not going to have that on the asteroid. But there are multiple things, of course.
Yeah. That's finding out the commodities that they wouldn't necessarily have.
Yana, when he puts on his headphones, whisper spice.
All right. That's the other thing I've got to do.
What?
Okay, so just go and hope for the best.
Yep, I suppose the question is, do either of you two have trumps that go to a location where there is a working Clems? Because I do not.
Mm-mm.
Super awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't even know where Clem's is. Like,
there's a working Clems in Forest. There's a working Clems in Gothic. There's a working Clems in Gory in this sci-fi place, which is why we're using Clems. They're the only two that I'm aware of that are currently working.
well, like, is it because the pole isn't there? Because don't we have a pole still?
Move your mic closer to your mouth, Chris.
Do we still have the Clem's pole that we can like install?
We have
somewhere?
one Clems pole, yes.
Okay.
Because Glenn took one of the pole. We had two poles. Glenn took one of them to Burlington and put it in the Clems in Burlington, and didn't bring it back. Oh.
This is why we can't have nice things. You know that, right?
Assumably,
You've got a lot softer, Chris.
I don't know.
There you go. Now it's fine.
Is it better? Okay.
Yeah. It's just finicky. But yes, this
Yes.
is why
So
you
yes,
can't
we still
this.
have one Clems pole. So
They'll be
if
missing soon.
if we could, we've got the plans to build a Clems. If we could get a couple of Clems, we could build a Clems. If we could work out how to duplicate the poles.
Okay.
Yeah, you have the plans. All you need is people with the skills, and by God, you can put up a Clems wherever you want.
Yes.
Until somebody steals the pole because they're a PC, and by God, it's their pole now and runs off with it.
Oh, there's probably still workings. Oh, there is a working Clems in Melwix as well.
You guys really need to up your Trump collection, don't you?
I've been focusing on other things and leaving the trumps to others.
Yeah, it's weird because the ultimate Trump master is Freddie, who's now concentrating on other things as well. Everybody's concentrating on other things, which is fine. Fine.
So yes, I don't know what trumps you've got, Doc. What locations or you have, Mildred?
I have just one.
Which Trump do you have, Mildred?
The embassy.
Okay,
Cool.
that's a useful one to have.
Yeah.
That's a good one. How about you, Doc? What Trumps do you got?
To different places that
Yes.
have.
Yes.
So I have here. I have Gothic in the inn. I don't know if the inn exists anymore. If I should just eat it or what.
Which inn?
The one that we used to own, the White Dove, is that gone now or what?
Oh yeah, that's been destroyed and new shit is being built in its place.
It's being
so.
rebuilt, so that Trump will no longer work, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Part of the reconstruction of it is a secret, a section for us, and one of these sections is a Trump room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have so I have that.
Yeah, that Trump is no longer functional. What else
I
you got?
have the house at Amber. I have one of the guest rooms at Amber.
That should be fun.
Yes.
I have the
Big
control
detail,
room and Ghost Wheel.
Interesting. Wonder if that one would work still.
I have to look through my list. Those are the ones I know I have for sure.
You have some very esoteric Trumps, but not a lot of practical Trumps.
Oh, and I have one of the house and MMO, which I guess we can't use anymore either.
No, that's been destroyed. That Trump is dead.
Okay.
I thought you were strangling the dog. I was like, that's awkward.
Yeah, the dog wanted to jump up. So.
Cool. So you
Right.
have a way to get to anywhere you'd like to go is what I'm hearing.
Except for here.
Except for
Okay.
here.
You're here now, so that all worked out.
Yep. And yes, I don't know if you were aware that some overzealous MMO refugees blew up their Clems here in Beastkin, which was why I was looking for a Trump elsewhere. So we don't have a Clems in Beastkin anymore.
Oh.
Do we still have other refugees here, or did you
Yes,
kill
we
them?
still have the thousands of refugees here.
Oh, they're making more though.
That's why I said thousands.
Yeah.
I mean, we're setting up different things like so we can spread them out, etc. What are you doing?
Well, as soon as a good zone can be found to relocate them, but for some reason they haven't liked any of these zones that have been advertised to them yet. But someday, by God, someday.
Yeah, and we haven't specifically gone looking for a place that would be useful to them.
No, nobody has. They've got the
Well,
skills.
the last time I said about doing it, I was told it was not something. I was told by the gods it was not something I needed to worry about at the time.
No, you're fine.
Worry about for a long time.
Right. So yeah, everything's fine.
So I didn't worry about it.
I'm imagining the picture of the dog in the burning room. It's fine. Everything's fine.
All right.
So what do you want to do? It looks like you are currently stuck in this realm. If you'd like to call the session early, that's up to you. But you know, you've got some time if you want to figure out a way to go somewhere else. Now you've got your gear back and discovered that you have failed to have the trump cards you need to make Rocket go now. We can't hear you, Chris. You've muted yourself. You've muted yourself on the dock.
So
Oh,
anyway,
you're unmuted.
what?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Oh, I also have a trump of where the firewall was. Not that that helps much either.
No, since that was burnt down, that was trashed, that place.
Yeah.
No, it's like outside looking at the firewall.
Oh yeah, the trumps, the ones that we did for when originally before the last chance saloon turned up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That may still work. Don't know.
That one was facing the firewall.
Probably. So fine, it's gone. I don't care. What are we gonna do?
I'm just thinking if the gates in Gothic are no good as they. Just trying to think if there was any gates in Gothic that we could actually make use of. There was that one went to the academy and it's broken now. I don't know if we ever found any. Did we ever find more than just the one gate in Gothic?
So my problem is that this is my notes, and they got rained on. So I need to pull them all apart slowly,
Okay.
which is why I'm not consulting any of my notes right now, and that's why
Yeah.
I'm also frustrated that they got hit with a flood. So that's why I'm just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
So right now you've got one can't get to notes, one sleep deprived, one doesn't take notes. It's a winning combination. I'm into it.
So why don't we just go to this fucking asteroid and wander around and see what's up? Because other than
We
that,
can't
because we
get
can always.
there without getting to a Clems.
Oh, that's through a Clems.
Yes.
Okay, so we have the barber pole.
Well, actually, no. There is another way of getting there, but we'd need to get to Gothic, and we don't have a trump to get to Gothic either, because the idiots here destroyed the Clems, so we have no way of leaving this place without trumping or shadow walking.
Is the Clem slowly fixing itself like they used to, or not anymore?
They completely demolished it, so the pole and everything got destroyed, so it's not fixing itself. As far as I'm aware. I'll check just to confirm that, but that was my suspicion, my belief. I check. Has Clem's
No
rebuilt?
problem. You guys go strolling over there.
No, I'll just go ask the Doors because they have people watching it.
Oh, it's
I'll
not a
ask
club
Darius.
anymore. It's a bistro. You set up a bistro there, and it's selling sandwiches and stuff to the various beastkin, and we're slowly paying back the city for accidentally removing a fairly large part of it. So we're taking care of that.
Mhm.
Would you like us to send somebody to get sandwiches from the bistro?
That's so good, thank you.
All right. We have a new kind of mustard.
Have any of your guys found any gates here?
No.
Okay.
No. We could try to. We have been working on building a Clems, using the plans, but it's it's missing the barber pole. He says. God damn, my rolling.
All right. And I'm assuming from previous discussions, it's been built in a secure location.
Yes, they built it inside of a large stone building inside of the embassy grounds, well away from the main embassy building, with their fucking aught 5.
Beautiful.
I was expecting a shitty roll so that I could laugh at your pain. Yeah, so it's all done apparently. They've got a Clems if you're interested. They were going to
Lovely.
keep
I shall get the barber's pole and insert it.
All right, now,
All right.
why don't we make sure that someone intelligent is here to make sure and guard it, and make sure that idiots don't fuck with this shit anymore.
Well, that's kind of the problem, says the idiot in charge of blowing up Clems. We've kind of set it up to be a one-way out Clems, because if anybody comes in using this Clems, we don't know until they're here if they're good or bad. And there's some guy in a purple jacket that's been hanging out in the area, and he looks shifty as fuck. So we're not sure how to make it so that it's secure. That's our big problem. So like the big doors and stuff we installed, they got spikes on them and stuff like that. So that way, if they're wanting to, if we activate it and they're wanting to come out, or we just activate it, send you off, take out the pole, Bob's your uncle. Right? We can do that.
Why don't you do that?
You want to do that? We can do that. We will set up people. We've got enough people. We can have round the clock people who guard the pole and don't let anybody else touch it except for you and him. They look at her and him. They pointed to McKay again.
So why don't we then go through? We'll use the Clems. We'll go to let's go to every Clems and just make trumps of like nearby area, so that way we have a trump to other Clems at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the making of the trumps will be taken up during your skill whoring time. But yes, you can quickly go beep, 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 and then end up in the new thing if you'd like.
That's fine. Don't care.
Cool. Don't care. Make it happen. Got it.
You want me to take you to Guri? Just say you've been there.
Yeah, I'll get you.
The only thing being that trumps don't work there, so you have to use the Clems.
That's fine.
So,
but if we have trumps of the other places or whatnot, let's go.
Yep.
After blipping around the multiverse and using your brand new one-way Clems that somehow magically fucking got built by the goddamn NPC.
All right. So one thing is, do we not tell anybody else about this? Especially Freddie.
Yeah. He's gonna cook bacon in it. It is a wooden building, but it's inside of a stone building with spikes and shit on it. So even if somebody was somehow to go into it, then it'll be more difficult for them to escape the stone building. That's why they made that around it, unless they brought their own explosives, but that might also liquefy them inside of the wooden building, the wooden Clems. But just so you know, with the one-way Clems, it takes about 24 hours to boot up, because first you put it in the pole, then you go, and then you come back next day, and then Clem's there, and he's like, honey, we're gonna eat. And you're like, God damn, that takes a while. And then they take out the pole, and Clem goes in the back room, and then he disappears. And then he doesn't go. So it's a 24-hour boot to use the one-way Clems out every time.
Okay.
So now the next thing we need to do is work out how to create a barber pole.
That'd be helpful. So no problem. You guys, after lounging around the embassy for a couple of days, you take the one-way Clems out. You blip around the multiverse to various other Clems. So during skill whoring time at the end of the session,
except for Burlington.
What?
Except for Burlington.
Right. I didn't think you all wanted to suffocate and die and then float upside down like dead fish or whatever until you disappear.
I know, but sometimes, unless we specify.
That's a good point. So you all die. No, wait. Anyway, then you end up in the new place. And first we'll do the tarot cards. Yana picks up. I'm just going to let Pete write because she probably just throws them at fucking Pete. Take the cards. Oh, you could activate a fucking tarot deck one of these days.
We could. Yes, we could.
It might be a good idea actually to do it now while nobody else is around, but that's up to you. So you've got the Six of Cups. Yes, I know you'd still give them the cards, but And Yana also picks up the 3 of Swords because her life is nothing but heartbreak. And Chris picks up the Justice. And of course he does. And the 3 of Cups. What a happy time he has as opposed to Yana. Anyway.
And that is Doc. Fulton.
So afterward, then he takes you to a whole new place. And here the skies are lit with an indirect red, hellish glow. There's no sun in the sky, but there's wispy clouds and lots of spaceship traffic going on air roads and pollution. The city itself is dominated. Okay, here's a quick and dirty. There's big fucking spaceships in the middle, and then like some smaller ones, and then surrounded by guns, lots of guns all pointing out, like fuck you type guns, and then around that like barbed wire and checkpoints and all that stuff, and that's all neat and orderly. And going into and coming out, that's a big metal X that goes all the way to the horizon in 4 different directions. But then outside of the fence, some dead zone, and then outside that is lots of different cool spaceships, multicolored all over the place. And then outside of that is, it looks like 3D printed shitty stone buildings and stuff. And there's also like walkways that you stand on and they move around and shit like that. And it looks like it's about half humans and half miscellaneous, fill in whatever Rick and Morty alien race you can think of. Nothing quite causes you sanity loss, but it's goddamn close. The weird thing about the people is that all of them are wearing a minimum of 4 different body cams, front, back, side.